We are so excited you're able to join us. My name is Bob Kilmer, and I'm an Education Technology Advisor and CTE Advisor for Harbor Freight Tools for Schools. This is our 5th national webinar focused on excellence in skilled trades education, and we're calling it 8 Practical Ways to Use AI in Your CTE or Skilled Trades Classroom. It is my pleasure to introduce my good friend from Seattle, Washington, Jeff Utecht. We're excited to have Jeff here to take us through this different hands-on AI experience. So let's roll up our sleeves and see if we can get a little bit better together by understanding how we can use this tool in our schools. Jeff, take it away.
Hey, Bob, thank you so much for that. I'm so excited to be here on behalf of Harbor Freight Tools for Schools. And hopefully today we're going to be able to dig in a little bit and talk about AI. If you already have a ChatGPT account, fantastic. You are all good and set to go. If you need to create a ChatGPT account, you can go to our free one called Perplexity. Perplexity.ai runs on ChatGPT. Great little program, and there's no sign-in needed. It won't be quite as good as ChatGPT because it's running on a different version, but it's going to do everything that we're going to be playing with today. And so really in this training, this is a hands-on training. I know how much you all love to work with your hands. I love to work with my hands too. So this is a hands-on training. I want you interacting with ChatGPT or Perplexity. So that's where I want you today, because that is where we find the power of this, is actually getting people in and playing with this and seeing where this goes. And we're going to be looking at 8 ways to leverage AI in the CTE classroom and in the different trades that we do. And we're going to get started here with our first prompt. So here's what we're going to do. You can just copy and paste that prompt into whichever chatbot that you are happening to use. And then you just need to fill in where there are places for you to fill in. So if I take this over to Perplexity, I'm just going to copy and paste this into Perplexity, and I'm going to just change this where it says you are a 6 through 8 industrial tech teacher. A lesson plan for, I'm going to say, give it a grade level. I'm going to say grade 6. And this is a industrial design. I'm going to just say design that teaches, and we can look at what concept. Let's see. Let's do industrial planning. Make an assessment that is project-based so that students can create something, list materials needed, and step-by-step instructions to complete the task. And then I'm just going to click the little arrow over here. You could be doing the same thing in ChatGPT. And what it's going to do really quick is what you're going to notice here is it is going to go and it is going to make you a lesson plan. Now, my lesson plan, the cool thing is my lesson plan is unique to me. Your lesson plan is unique to you. And this is where we start to understand the cool, amazing power of AI. And here's our goal. Here's where I want your thinking to be. I need you not making lesson plans. I don't need you coming up with vocabulary lists. I need you working with your hands, working with your students. And so what I need you to do is I need you to be leveraging AI to support you. I need you to leverage this for you. AI can save you 3 to 5 hours a week doing the work that you have to do anyway. The work that you have to do anyway, but you're going to do it 3 to 5 hours faster. What would you do with an extra 3 to 5 hours in your day? How much more time could you spend working with students or creating amazing stuff? And here's the first rule when we're with AI. You have to give it a minimum 3 prompts. This is a Jeff rule. Because if I look at this lesson plan, this is an okay lesson plan, right? It's an okay lesson plan. I've never come up with a great lesson plan or a good lesson plan, but that's why we have you, folks. That's your job. Your job is to take a okay lesson plan and come up with a great lesson plan. If there's something you don't like about this lesson plan, you ask it to update it. If there's something that you need more information about, or you want it to break it down into smaller parts, you just ask it to do that. I might say, okay, well, I'm just going to ask a follow-up question. Notice down here, it says ask a follow-up question because it wants you. These things, this is not Google searching. This is not Google searching. We're asking it to create things for us. We're asking it our job is to interact with it. It is our thought partner. I love thinking of it as a thought partner. And why I love doing this with you is I'm going to guess that you are just like most other CTE professionals in the skill trades that I run into, that you're probably the only person that teaches welding or automotive technology at your school. You don't have a thought partner to bounce ideas off of for a great lesson plan. And now you do. The more you interact with it, the better it gets. So I can even come down here where it says, ask a follow-up. I'm going to say, can you break down the steps for and I'm just going to pick the exploration of industrial planning because that's what's on my screen. But you can do whatever it is that you want it to break down some more. And now I'm going to have my complete lesson plan in front of me, but now it's going to take that one component and it's going to break that down into smaller steps. Here's another thing I like about this. A lot of times in education, we like to use rubrics. It will actually create rubrics for me. And because I am having a conversation with it, that's what I want you to think about, right? It's a chat bot. It's made to chat with. And so because I'm having a conversation, I can even ask it, create a 4-point rubric to assess this lesson and put it in table format. And if you're looking at the screen, if it does it right, there you go. Here's my 4-point rubric that I can now give to students to assess. Look how fast. Do you see how fast it created a rubric, folks? This is the goal. This is what makes AI so amazing.